Microsoft Internet Explorer as your primary web browser, well, there's a good possibility in these days that you may not be. I personally use Firefox. I'm very, very happy with it. I love the extensions that you can do with Firefox, the rendering speed. In my opinion, it's run rings around good old Microsoft Internet Explorer. However, 68% of computer users, of PC users out there still use Internet Explorer every day, so it's a powerful, powerful force in the marketplace. Now, the point of this is that a gentleman by the name of Wolfgang Kandick, he is the chief security officer of the company called Qualys, believes that Microsoft should kind of unhook Internet Explorer from Windows. And what Qualys has done is scanned several 100,000 computers and has discovered that that users tend to patch, and Microsoft tends to issue patches about the same consistency that they send out Windows patches. And what they're really getting at is if you split Internet Explorer from the operating system and made it independent, then patches could be pushed perhaps as soon as they're done to Internet Explorer. Now, for example, with Firefox, you get a notification to update Firefox when the new version is ready, security patches, etc. The Chrome browser from Google automatically updates itself. It doesn't require you to get involved with it. But Internet Explorer relies on, or I should say Windows updates themselves rely on Internet Explorer to get all the Windows patches and everything deployed. So it is essential, if you're going to do this, that there's a new mechanism within Windows to deploy the patches. Qualys goes on to say that there's just really too much user interaction required right now by Microsoft to update IE, and that it should really be an independent update mechanism. So if Microsoft does indeed would do that, it would be totally independent of the update process and get done. We're really talking about making Internet Explorer more secure than what it is. Let's face it, it's our web browser that we tend to use mostly that has that interface with the internet that we use so much. The web browser, then email, things like that. But web browser is that big entry into the internet that we use every day. So you want the most secure browser you're going to get. But if you're not getting your browser patched with any more frequency than your operating system or about the same time, there's good possibility that malicious things can happen to your web browser. And by decoupling the two and the Windows updates from Internet Explorer, you could have a much more secure operating system. Now, interestingly enough, in order to get this done, it may happen because of our friends in Europe. The European Union has been pushing very hard for Microsoft to decouple Internet Explorer from Windows. So if they get their way, the European Economic Union gets its way, because of this big antitrust case over there, then we may very well see that capability here. So right now, they say that Microsoft distorts the competition in all browsers and gives the Internet Explorer an artificial distribution advantage over rivals like Firefox, Apple, Safari, Opera. Who uses Opera? I would love to hear from you. I don't know anybody that uses Opera personally, but maybe you do. So there you have it. Even though Internet Explorer's market share is shrinking, it's about 68%. Some of us are stuck with it. I have to use it because our CRM application requires it. There's a few sites that I work with that pretty much depend on having IE, but for the most part, I have set Firefox to be my default browser. Couldn't be happier with it. Use it on the Mac over here, the PC, laptop. I use it Firefox and because of the extensions and the rendering speed. The security thing, well, I think with Internet Explorer 7 and now with 8, that may not be quite as bad, but I do believe that Firefox is still a much more secure browser, And I think a lot of people out in the community would agree with me on that point. But maybe it's a personal preference thing. I'm Bruce Naylor, your FrugalTech. Always love to hear from you. Hey, leave a comment for this video. Always love to hear from you. You can email me at support@frugalbrothers.com. Hey, I'm Bruce Naylor, your FrugalTech. I'll talk to you later.